Welcome back. Yesterday I discovered that there were 5 new bots on chess.com and I played the first one. Today I'm going to play the second one. Yesterday was Gavin rated 650 and I did win that, which is good because I should beat 650 rated bots. The second one is Lauren, rated 1000 from Canada. It says Lauren is the self-proclaimed office queen of chess. She plays on her lunch break and during boring meetings. Well, who wouldn't play chess during boring meetings? Can you win quickly before she gets in trouble at work? I don't care if she gets in trouble at work, but I will try to win quickly just for my own satisfaction. Let me recrop that board. I'm not sure why it's cropped so weirdly. There, I think that's better. I'm going to click, let the computer choose the colors, challenge, no help of any kind, and click play. Okay, I am going to play the Caro-Kann, which is not quick. I think if I was going for quick, I would do the Scandinavian. But let's see if I can get some sort of advantage here. We're going to get the advanced variation, which is the most frustrating, at least for me. Okay, I'm pretty sure I bring the knight here, which challenges this pawn until the knight gets pinned. But then I think I push e6 to challenge that pawn. Or do I try to get rid of the bishop immediately? That's a good question. I know I can check, and if they block with anything except the knight, I'll win this bishop. If they do block with the knight, then I'm not sure what to do. Or I could just go here and challenge that pawn immediately. Let's do that. I'm not really protecting the knight here because the pawn protects the knight. Okay, I should have played e6, shouldn't I have? I may lose quickly to this 1000 rated bot. Or maybe not. If the bishop moved back instead of taking, I think that means I get this pawn. Or does that, oh no, they're lining up for a mate here. Okay, well, let's move the queen back first and then take the pawn. Or should I take with my queen, which would be check? If I take with my knight, it's not check, but I'm forking these two pieces. If I take with my queen, it's check. And then am I aiming at anything after that? If I took with my queen, I would be aiming at the b2 pawn, but it's currently protected. So I think I'm going to take with my knight, which would expose my queen's attack on their front c pawn. So let's see where the queen moves. The queen did not move. Okay. Well, this bot gave up a lot faster than Gavin did. At least if I'm calculating this correctly, I am up 5 points of material, but I do need to do something about that. I need to, I guess, get this knight out and then the bishop and castle, because I can't check safely immediately. Yeah, let's get the knight out, then the bishop, then castle. Okay, that bishop's pointed right there. That's okay. I was about to put this bishop right here, and then I will castle, and then we'll move on. Oh, okay, the bishop is attacking my queen. I should just move it, right? Okay. I can move it here, and then a rook could attack it, but then I would just take that rook. So I think that would be fine, or here for that matter. Let's go here. Okay, now they're getting ready to line up another rook for that. So that little pawn there is annoying. What if I jumped past it? If they took, then I would have just lost a pawn. So maybe I should have put my queen back there on d8. Or I can't move my rook over either because of that bishop. So should I reroute this bishop around this way to get rid of that bishop? Or should I attack the bishop immediately here? That's another reason I should have put the queen down on d8 so I could put the knight on d7 to attack the bishop from back here. Okay, well I'm ahead of queen, but I'm having trouble. If they just move the bishop, then what do I do? I guess I could move a pawn forward at that point. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, that's coming for my queen. I understand that, but I'm going to get rid of this bishop first so that I could then move over here if I need to. I assume when I attack here, they're going to take back with the knight, but I don't know that yet because this bot makes some interesting moves. Okay, it did. My queen is under attack again, but this time I plan on moving my queen over one, I think. Yes, okay. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, that opened up the rook's attack, but it left this knight undefended. So I'm going to take the knight. Okay, and then I think I can safely come back here. I don't think anything else makes sense. I mean, I could go in there, but all that's threatening is this pawn, which they could, I guess, easily protect. For that matter, they could protect the pawn by putting this knight out here, but then I could take that pawn. Yeah, that might actually be good because it's threatening 2 pawns at once, as well as the bishop. So if I put my queen on c3, the bishop could move back, which protects both the bishop and that pawn, but then I would get their b pawn, but I might be running out of room to run at that point. I don't know. I like that better than the other options, so I'm going to do it. I'm threatening 2 pawns and a bishop. Okay, it did move the bishop back as I expected. I'm going to take their b pawn, because I don't think they can immediately or safely threaten me at that point. They need to keep their knight there to guard this pawn. Oh no, now I can take that pawn with my bishop. Let's do that. Okay, their bishop has retreated one more square. Let's see, I want to get this other bishop off the back rank, but I'm having trouble because if I move it there now, they'll take it. So what I want to do is, let's see, is there a way I can protect that pawn after it's moved? No, it would just be hanging. Well, then I need to move this pawn, the B pawn, to get my bishop off the back rank this way. Okay, let's do that. I don't think I'm running out of room for my queen just yet. It's getting a little dicey if they come after my queen. It looks like they're trying to double up rooks. Okay, but I'm going to connect my rooks by moving this bishop. So let's do that. Still think I can run with my queen if I need to. Okay, they came after the bishop, which is fine. I think it's fine. I can protect the bishop by moving the rook here, or I can protect the bishop by putting it there, which would kind of trap their rook back here. I like that. Let's do that. Okay, I think I can just take there. Their king has moved over. Can I go here and aim at the king and also threaten the rook? I'm not really threatening g2 because their bishop guards g2, but where's the rook going to go? That's my question. I don't think the rook can escape at this point. It can move over one, or I could threaten their other rook right here, but then they could connect their rooks. But then I would win the bishop for free. Let's do that. Okay, their rooks are connected, but now I'm going to win their bishop. And I assume... Oh, I shouldn't have assumed anything. I don't know why I said I assume. I was about to assume they would attack my queen, but that doesn't make sense. My pawn is guarding that square. But they did connect their rooks, so good for them. I can bring my bishop back now and aim at that pawn. Or I could just take this one since I'm up 13 points of material and break open their king. But I want to play a little more carefully than that. Okay, the king is guarding that pawn, which doesn't make any sense because the rook was already guarding that pawn. Okay, now I want to separate their rooks again instead of taking that pawn, right? No, I want to take the pawn. And now I want to separate the rooks again. Because now that rook is hanging, it has to move. I think I can threaten it as I was doing before, and this time I am seriously lining up on g2. I think the rook has to go there. It's the only safe square for it. Okay, that is where it went. I am now going to take that pawn, I think. Let's do that. That's a safe capture. It's not a check, but okay, but now they've got rooks on the 7th, which I think is fine. They can't check me immediately. I'm going to bring my bishop back to h3, threatening mate, and see what the opponent does. I don't know what choices they have. They could do that, but that's mate. I think I beat that bot a little faster than I beat Gavin, the 650 rated 3rd grade chess champion. But I feel like I did make some mistakes. The little quick review here says 1 mistake and 4 blunders, but the game review runs at a slightly deeper depth than that. And then the analysis board runs at an even deeper depth. So this says I had 2 mistakes, no blunders, no misses. And my 2 mistakes were very early, looks like. Okay, is that when the queen took my pawn that I forgot to protect? Because I moved my queen, which undefended the d pawn? I think that's what happened there. Yeah, my queen to c7 was a mistake. And then a6 was a further mistake. Okay, so that's that little graph right there. For all the times that I've mentioned I'm trying to learn the Caro-Kann, I always run into a position that I'm not sure what to do fairly early, and sometimes I guess right, and sometimes I guess wrong. Here I guessed wrong. The analysis board probably says e6. Yes. Well, we've had a couple of games where I neglected to play e6 here. The problem in this position, of course, is that my queen is the only thing guarding the d-pawn, and their queen is attacking the d-pawn. And this knight can't move, they've pinned it. Well, the knight's irrelevant to that, but it means I can't take their pawn. So I shouldn't have moved my queen. I should have immediately defended the d-pawn. My second best move was bishop to d7, or a6 now. But instead I did the queen move, which was a huge mistake because it undefends the d-pawn. Oh, I went there. Yeah, that obviously I wouldn't go here. And their best move is to take the d-pawn that I gave up. That might have been an inaccuracy rather than a mistake, because I was just below 0, minus point something, and now it's plus 0.7. Now I should have played bishop to d7, but instead I played a6, which was a problem. It says they should have captured. And if they captured, yeah, I would take back with my queen. At first it said I would take back with my pawn, but I'm pretty sure I would take back with my queen at that point. But then they would take my queen, and I would take their queen, and I would be 2 pawns down. Okay, but here the bot gave it back to me by moving their bishop away. And I was pretty sure that because at that time, if you remember, I thought I was down. I thought they were going to take here, but moving it back gave me the advantage because it allowed me to play e6, which I did. To my credit, was my best move. They didn't put their queen in the best spot. I think they were supposed to put it here where it would continue defending their e-pawn. Oh, and here I should have taken their c-pawn, which is undefended. But I didn't. I did my third best move, which was to take here. And then they gave up their queen. Okay. Well, from then on out, I should have had an easy time of it. Let's see it. Does the review say I had any mistakes after that? It doesn't. It says I did pretty good all the way through, and I played like a 1600. Well, that's putting it lightly. I don't think I played like a 1600. I don't think a 1600 would have put the queen here, letting them have that pawn. And then here, I don't think a 1600 would have played that because my opponent had a +1 point something if they had taken. But they didn't, so that worked out. Did I save this game? Did I save the game to my archive? It says it's saved. I think when I run the game review, it automatically saves it. Well, I'm glad that one was easier than the first bot, and I'll go ahead and try to play the next one, but in a separate video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.